The Metropolitan Area Religious Coalition of Cincinnati has been a supporter of human services ordinance for many years, and it's very heartening that the residents of Cincinnati through this study have responded to what they really want to see funded in the city, one of which is human services. And also a human services advisory committee that meets and goes through proposals that human service organizations submit of all kind, including the arts. And they make some very responsible decisions regarding that. So it's as important to have a citizens process involved in this human services ordinance so that whatever outcomes are a part of this, that they're done in an effective and objective way. So as much as Mark supports a human services ordinance, we also support a citizens advisory committee that reviews proposals from the different nonprofits in the metropolitan area. So this is a great day to hear this news from our citizens.
Yes, people who think that Cincinnatians are hard-hearted don't know much about Cincinnatians. Because the stereotype is that we're tight-fisted, that we hate the poor, that we won't spend a dime where a nickel will do. And we fall into that stereotype sometimes just because we hear it so often. But the truth is, if you look at this scientifically done survey by the University of Cincinnati, people in Cincinnati really care. And they want human services for the disadvantaged folks in the city continued. 94%. I was amazed when I heard it, because I'd fallen for the stereotype too. The Women's City Club has been supporting this for a long time, and we will continue to support coverage for human services in the Cincinnati budget.
Good day, I'm Pastor Russo O'Neill, President of Faith Community Alliance, which is a conglomeration of leaders, social and civic. We have stood behind human services forever. And this survey, as a good sister just pointed out, is not really that surprising because Cincinnatians really do care. And I think the disconnect between our public officials and the public itself is because of a lack of knowledge. Lack of vision, meaning that we can take care of the least among us, and a lack of knowledge that the majority of the people do care for the least among us, which of course equals a civilized area. We have always known that we are a civilized group of people. As Dr. King pointed out, those who take care of the least among us prove themselves to be civilized. This survey only confirms the heart of this region, in which we are civilized and care for those who seem to have no hope. Hence now we want a connection due to the scientific data, as our good sister and Brother Ed and Brother Bill Woods has pointed out, that we want this to continue in a stronger way. The populace, our public officials think all we care about was police and potholes. But those two P's are fair, but people is fairer. We concern ourselves with people. If we take care of the people, the police would have to do less. Potholes still have to be fixed, though. All right, God bless you, and thank you for this time.
My name is Rena Saperstein. I'm president this year of the League of Women Voters of the Cincinnati area. The League of Women Voters concerns itself with good government in our community, and our position has always been that meeting the basic needs of our citizens, of our residents, is part of good government. It is part of basic government services. It is not some exterior outside, if you've got extra money you can spend on it, but a part of what government does. And we believe that at the local, at the state, at the national level. The League, along with the Women's City Club, CCR, and Cincinnati, is working with the city on improving our budget processes so that this type of information can filter through the budget process so that the citizen voice and the citizens can be educated as they lobby for what they think is important in government, and this study does a lot of that.
Thanks, Rena. I'm Steve Johns, Director of Citizens for Civic Renewal, and I think I have not much to add. This group has done such a great job. Peg and Rena said it, I think in particular, and addressed some of your questions, Justin, that this is a complicated budget process. This is something that is tough for citizens to get their arms around, and that's where CCR thinks it can help be a conduit of citizen voice into the process, make the process more robust, make the process not something that prevents citizens from getting involved, but encourages citizens to get involved and share their ideas with other citizens so that the city can in fact be better and deal with these tough decisions. I want to thank everybody for coming and coming out to show your support for this, and I hope that we all can get involved in this process to make it a better one and make our city a better one. Thanks.